Good evening. My name is Rahming, and I'm coming to you from the Pure Wellness Lifestyle Center in Trinidad and Tobago, where this place is a utopia. If you need a vacation, if you really need a real vacation, you need to come and visit this place. This is like a utopia. This evening, I will be demonstrating to you how to use a Netti Pot. The Netti Pot is used to clean your sinuses out. And so here's the Netti Pot. And this is like a little teapot with a spout. And to use it, you scald it off before you use it, each time before you put it into your nose. You will also need a teaspoon of sea salt. And you will also need 16 ounces of distilled water. Or if you have well water, you can use well water as well. This is usually done over your face bowl, but tonight for the demonstration, I'll be using this bowl, okay? And before I do the demonstration, I'd just like to share with you when I was a little girl on the island, my mom used to send us out into the sea to snuff the salt water when we had a cold, and it used to clear it right out. Okay? This is the equivalent to snuffing the salt water. So to begin, just let's imagine that the Netti Pot has been scalded off, and this is I'm going to now put the teaspoon of salt into the water, and you just stir it. Just stir it a little bit, make sure it's dissolved. And to begin, you pour a half of it into the half of the water into the Netti Pot. There. Let me put a little more. Okay. And so, to do the flushing, you stick the point of the Netti Pot into either side of your nose. And you tilt your head to the side and drop your mouth open, and you just tilt the Netti Pot out. The water goes up and comes down through the other side. After you're finished doing that on one side, you just blow. You do not hold your nose. You just blow. You'll be amazed to see how much mucus will come out of your nostril. Okay, so now we're going to rinse it off again. And we're going to repeat what we just did on that side. We're going to repeat it on the other side. Okay? Here we go. Okay? And that's all you need to do. And you'll feel so good. Now, whatever water you have left over, here's another thing, you can gargle with it. It helps your throat. Okay, another thing you can do with it, you can take it and you can wash your eyes. When we were little, there you go. And you just rinse it off again. And you do the other eye. When we were little, we used to dive under the sea and swim under the sea with our eyes open. There you go. And that's it. That's all you need to do. Your eye would feel good, your sinuses would feel good, and this keeps you from having colds and runny nose. If you feel your nose running, run right away and get your Netti Pot. To avoid myself from coming down with colds, I don't get colds. To avoid myself from doing that, I flush with this at least 3 times a week. I do this flushing. And you feel good, and your eyes, you can see better and everything. So this is a very healthy procedure, and all you have to do is do it the proper way, and you'll be fine. And it keeps all that bacteria that you inhale during the day. If I inhale any dust or anything, I make sure I run and I flush. I use an Netti Pot and I flush. And I've been doing this for years. I initially started doing it when I had a terrible sinus condition, and the doctors couldn't find out what was wrong. And I did a research on it, and it said to use the Netti Pot. And I've been using it ever since. And the problem was that I was having a running, some kind of bleeding from my nose. And once I used the Netti Pot and I flushed 3 times, something huge, just a big chunk just came out of my nose. And something gushed out. And from that day to this, I have not had this problem. So I can testify to anyone that the Netti Pot works. Here again is the Netti Pot. It's like a little teapot. And when you finish using it, you rinse it out with vinegar and water. Do not put any soap detergents in this Netti Pot. Just use the vinegar and water and rinse it out. And just dry it and make sure you keep it covered that no dust get on it. And that brings an end to my demonstration this evening. God bless.